What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode number 21 of Park to Prem, here with Boston United. Today it is the end of season number 3. Before we get into it, please go watch yesterday's video. If you didn't see it, big spoilers ahead. We have an FA Trophy final to play today, but do we have any playoff action to look forward to? Do we? Okay, if you're still here, you've probably watched it. I'm going to trust you. Of course we do. We've got Solihull Moors in the Vanarama National League playoff final today. Pretty big game by all accounts. Of course, the winner will go up into League 2. And kind of slightly unusually, it's actually the two best teams in terms of league finish who were in the playoffs who meet in the final, which in a 16 playoff doesn't actually happen all that often. Now, it's been a week since you were last here. In truth, it has been a week where I've sat crossing my fingers, hoping that we weren't going to get any serious first-team injuries. Well, I say we weren't going to get any. No new ones, of course. Unfortunately for us, Zach Dronfield not available for today's game. Zach, he looks so happy, but he's got a broken foot, bless him, and he can't be happy to miss the playoff final. The only other bit of kind of injury news, I suppose, is DKM, who, of course, was influential in the last episode and the last match in the semi-finals. He has had a race against fitness, which apparently he's won, but his condition is not all that convincing. I think I am going to start him today. Definitely could be viewed as a little bit of a gamble, but I feel like it's a calculated one. Going to hope, fingers crossed, that he is going to be able to do the business for us today before we probably inevitably have to take him off. His match sharpness isn't quite there either. But on the whole, the team is looking in a really, really good spot, actually. Very, very happy with the team that's available. Obviously, Saxon Early, not necessarily the best centre defensive mid in the world, but he's the player we've got to deal with today. And, in our previous meetings against Solihull Moors this year, we've beaten them twice. So I go into this playoff final, despite being the team who finished slightly lower down in the league, oddly optimistic. I feel like this is a game that we should be doing very well in. And of course, this is a trip to Wembley, everyone. Get ready. The first of 2 matches today from Wembley Stadium. That's pretty exciting. Of course, after this game, we've still got the FA Trophy against Yeovil. And following on from that, we will do the standard end of season wrap up. So, buckle up, get comfy. This could be a bit of a bumpy ride, I imagine, over the course of today. Hopefully, it's going to start on a high with a promotion party. If we were to lose this, I'm just going to sit and be a bit sad for the rest of the episode. So brace yourself for that. Looking at Solihull Moors, they are playing a 4-3-3. Their form to end the season is very good. Ours is slightly less so. You can see here we've drawn 2, lost 1. It's not great. I'll be honest, our recent form, it's not particularly grand, but hopefully it's not going to be a factor today. We will have to see. I don't really know how this game's going to play out. Is it going to be a super cagey affair, or is it going to be a free-flowing goal-scoring game? I feel like a free-flowing goal-scoring game favours us, and while we're on the attack, 7 minutes gone, an early highlight. Duxbury hits it. Oh my word, he's hit the woodwork, the wing-back. I don't think Duxbury scored this year. It wouldn't be a bad time for him to get his first goal of the season. Not that I'm necessarily expecting him to be the difference maker today, but if he wants to be, that would be lovely. Anyway, halfway through the first half already, and only that one highlight to speak of. It's been a very even game thus far. Just one shot on target inside the first third of the match. Although we are on the attack here. Cox heads it away. It's now going to be with Sharp. They may look to break here. Playing a 4-3-3, Sharp appears to be the lone forward. He looks very isolated. Kind of interested to see how they're going to play out here, Solihull Moors. They've not done a great deal going forward yet, but then neither have we. Big ball over to Sharp. He's now in the channels, waiting for men to make it into the box. Plays it towards the edge, but Camwa deals with it. Sabara now with it, who's on a booking. He dinks it over to Osborne. Our defence has fallen asleep there. Will he finish it? Yes, he will. Jamie Osborne puts Solihull Moors ahead. And to be honest, we only have ourselves to blame there. We switched off just for a second. I talked about the fact that Sharp looked really isolated up front for them. What I have noticed is already there is lots of running being made from the midfielders, running on ahead of Sharp, and Osborne did just that there. Could Dermot Mee have made himself a little bit bigger? I would like to believe so. We are now a goal down, everyone, and I am panicking. We've yet to have a shot on target. That does get shouty. Also, DKM apparently has given everything. It's not even half time yet, so maybe it was a premature decision to bring him in and start him today. Go tell the players. I expect to see a much better showing in the second half. Attacking-wise, we've not done nearly enough. Midfield-wise, we've not created enough, but we've got a half to try and turn things around here. Oh, this is not good, though. I do not want to be a goal down in this game chasing it. Kind of interestingly, we've had 60% of the ball. We are dominating possession, but not doing nearly enough with it. Cox plays it forward. Bonser reads it well. Our key player, a man who's been here for the last couple of years, slogging it out with Boston United, doing some great clean-up play there at the back. But the ball's played through. What an incredible pass. What an incredible finish. Solihull Moors make it 2-0, and I am starting to panic, everyone. I think at this point we have to make changes, right? We have to change some stuff up. I'm going to bring in Jamie Kearns out on the right-hand side. Liddell's had an awful game, and so's Burrow. This is not the time, boys, for you to bottle it. I think I'm going to have to keep faith in them. I'm going to bring in Yolo Salisbury, and we'll go with those two guys, I think, in the midfield. I feel like that is the logical change to make now. Why can I not confirm the change? Why can I... I think it's going through already. I don't know what's happening, everyone. Please help me. I don't know Football Manager. Let's watch this highlight play out. They can't score again, can they? Stop it, Football Manager. You've inflicted enough pain on me today. I can't lose in the playoff final like this. I want us to go down swinging. I mean, Burrow and Liddell have just vanished in the most critical of critical moments. Two players who, to be fair to them, stepped up this year. I've put a lot of faith in them. They're nowhere to be seen. They are nowhere to be seen. Right, let's try and make that tactical change again. It says the subs have been made, but the subs haven't been made. Let me just drag the same change again. If I drag the same change again, will it work? I think I've bugged out the game here, everyone. I think I've bugged out the game. It says I've made a sub, but I haven't. Can I take DKM off? What is happening? Can I now make another sub? It says Cam was not on the pitch, but he is. It says I've subbed him off, but he's on here. What is happening? I've been scammed. Well... You know what? We're just going to have to go with what we've got here. I'm going to go very attacking here. Come on, someone do something. We've had one shot on target. We have been awful. I'm going to have to throw men forward here. We've got to go for it. We've got to go for it. 4 minutes and counting. And we have just... We've vanished. We've vanished. We've got one chance here. There's 2 minutes left. We have to score with this chance, and... We're throwing men forward. We could get caught out here. Sharp bringing it forward for them. It's been an embarrassment. Saxon Early flies into the tackle there. Oh, we've been awful. There's no time for 2 goals. Even if we score now, I can't get too excited. There's just no time. And we're throwing men forward. They could very easily score a third to complete the humiliation. Burrow, boot makes a huge stop. That is probably going to be that. I hate to say it. After a very, very good league season, I don't want to say we bottled it. You know, they came in probably as the favourites, but having beaten them twice in the league season, you have to back yourself here. And on the big stage at Wembley, we've crumbled. We've just not turned up, and that's pretty gutting, to be honest. Burrow, can you get us at least a consolation? No, I mean, they boot it into the crowd. There is no time, everyone. There is absolutely no time. And our first trip to Wembley here is going to end in heartbreak. And that stings quite a lot. That I can't deny it. That hurts. I've got to come back for another match, and I don't feel in the mood for it anymore. Oh dear. I mean, I really thought we were going to win that. And on the big stage, a young squad has come unstuck. Solihull Moors 2. Boston United 0. You can't win a playoff game if you don't score. And on the big stage, Burrow and Liddell, I mean, pardon my French, they shit the bed, everyone. There's no other way of putting it. Solihull Moors celebrate a final day. I mean, I'm gutted. I'm absolutely gutted. I mean, enjoy your bonuses, boys. You've got to come back to Wembley in a week. I don't really want to come back to Wembley in a week. Is that understandable? I don't want to return. But I've got to. We have got one last game for this season. It's the FA Trophy final. It's in a week's time. A shot at redemption, perhaps, but the fact we've just missed out on promotion via the playoff final hurts. There wasn't even anything to get excited about. Oh, I feel massively let down. Right, let's go away. We've got a week to, I guess, rejuvenate, a week of reflection, a week to cry. Of course, after the Yeovil game, we will have some squad building thoughts, I suppose, and talk about the summer transfer window. But if I'm honest, I was planning around being a Football League team this summer. So back to the drawing board we go. Yeovil in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. Okay, well, we're back, and I'm going to be honest, I've had a week to recover. Have I recovered? Absolutely not. I've eaten some Maltesers. That's what I've eaten chocolate, everyone. I've comfort eaten. Yeah, that's how I've decided to try and bounce back here against Yeovil. Yeah, oh my word. I don't really know what to say, everyone. I'll be honest. This feels like a bit of a side kind of thought now, this cup game. Although I still want to win the FA Trophy. It would undeniably be great for our managerial stock, just to help us be more attractive to teams higher up the pyramid. But let's be honest, guiding Boston to the Football League was always the aim this year. To fall short there, it hurts. In terms of team news, it's the exact same team. I'm getting a sense of deja vu. I'm giving them a shot at redemption, a shot to show me that it was, just bad luck, misfortune perhaps. So this is the team that we're going to go with. It's a 4-4-2. It's the team that you know and love. The only little change really is the fact that because Kearns is cup-tied, having played in the FA Trophy for Fylde, Sego comes on to the bench, of course. Just an incredibly good player. A player who hasn't had too many opportunities this year, really. And he has had moments where he's been a great impact sub. But as you can perhaps gather from his average ratings and just these numbers on the whole, there's been a lot of games where I've brought him on and he's just not really had the desired impact for us. So anyway, let's submit the team. We're taking on Yeovil. We beat them just yesterday. I want to win a game at Wembley today. If we lose both games at Wembley, I might just cry myself to sleep tonight. Yeah, it gives me a lot of food for thought, right, in terms of what are we going to do over the summer with this team, because I feel like I've drawn a line in my mind that I'm still not sure if we're going to stay at the club or move on. But one thing I am for certain is I want to get my hometown club, Boston, at least back to the Football League. That's kind of the minimum aim here. So to fail so spectacularly and to look at that recent form and it just looks so miserable, it hurts. And, oh my word, I'm just really, really gutted, everyone, in case that isn't obvious. Anyway, we've got Yeovil today. We've played them once already. It's a game at Wembley. It's not quite as exciting as the game a week ago. I'm hoping for the players there's not too many traumatic memories locked in at this stadium. I'm hoping that Burrow and Liddell are going to do something today. Not that I'm bitter. Not that I'm bitter. But anyway, 30 minutes gone. We've not had a shot on target. There's been 2 shots total. It's not a good game, everyone. I mean, at least in the other game there was a few goals. Maybe we can have a late goal before the end of the half. Anyone? No? No. Okay, well, 0-0 at the break. It's been a classic, everyone. Look at that XG chart. That is a good time right there. I'm going to get shouted. I'm going to throw a water bottle. I should have done it last time. Throw a water bottle. And now I'm demotivating all the strikers. Everyone is angry. Everyone is upset. There is a morale problem here. I actually don't think there is a morale problem. Oh dear, right, we've got to defend a set piece here. The first highlight of the game, and it's to them. Dermot Mee punches it away unconvincingly. Duxbury launches it upfield. Liddell, get there. I thought for a second the keeper was going to handball it outside of his box. Unfortunately for us, it has not happened. And they've just lumped it down the middle to Rodgers. Please don't score a goal like that. Dermot Mee, fantastic save. You do not take any of the blame for today's shenanigans, Dermot. Don't feel like you're responsible. You've been great in goal this season. An hour gone. I feel like I need to make tactical changes, everyone. I'm scared that the subs aren't going to work correctly again. Let's bring in Devante Cole and switch him to Poacher. I'm going to bring in Salisbury, I think, for Camwa. I think, yeah. Camwa's not been great. And also DKM. DKM, where have you been today, mate? Charles Sego, come on down. It's time for you to go on the pitch and show us what you're made of. That was awful. I kind of deserve to lose this game now. We are quickly approaching the end of the game, everyone. Bizarrely. Could have demand more from the team. 10 minutes left. A goal now for either team could be the winner. And while we've just given them possession stupidly from a free kick. Yeovil looking to make things work here. Clarkson to Sarpung Wadu. What a fantastic name that is. Really just flows off the tongue. Wilkinson now with it for them. They're knocking the ball around quite nicely. They weren't really doing this when we met them yesterday. Suddenly they've decided to play like Barcelona in the FA Trophy final. Darth hits it. I mean, I won't mention it, Darth. I won't mention that ever again. That was awful. We're in this weird situation where there's part of me that wants to go more attacking, but equally, we've been quite good in this game, just not created enough. Is that a penalty? It is a penalty. Right, Liddell. This is your moment for redemption. There is 3 minutes left of the game. If this penalty goes in, the game is probably won. Liddell, do it for me. Please, son. Please, son. Let's go. We've been absolutely awful today. We've bottled it almost twice on the big stage. You know what? Let's just time waste. Time waste and stop looking for the overlap. That's what we need to do here. Just see out this game now. Just see it out. No nonsense whatsoever. Liddell hits it. Look at that fantastic director camera angle. We get to savour the moment as it hits the back of the net and is blocked behind the match graphic. And we've won. It's not the same, is it? It's not the same. There's no way that I can look at this and be delighted, really. But it's an effort. It's a cup win at Wembley, everyone. Under normal circumstances, this would be a really, really proud moment. We've won it 1-0 via a penalty. Let's savour the moment. The trophy is about to be hoisted aloft. And there it is. There it is. The Boston Confetti Falls. I'm trying to put a smile on my face. I feel like when a child's got really upset by a clown, and the clown is desperately trying to make the child feel happy again, and the child is just kind of smiling slightly uncomfortably. Not a fan of clowns. Not a fan of the FA Trophy or playoff finals when they go out they've gone today. It's just, it feels hollow. I mean, look at that. We got so lucky. Thank you to the penalty that was, without a doubt, our best chance of the game. We had 2 shots on target. I mean, congratulations, lads. We did it. I think. Am I pleased? I'm delighted, Mr. Brendan. It's what football's all about. The late drama. I mean, it's a win. Look, I should be positive. I don't mean to just sit here and sulk everyone. You can see here, Boston win the FA Trophy. That is a great little win for us there. And, well, elsewhere, we get a lot of prize money, actually, for that. The FA Trophy, the board are delighted about. Really, really happy with our performance. How are the board feeling on the whole? You can see here they have given me an A+. I should have mentioned it, I have signed a new contract mid-week. So we're not going to get sacked at the end of the season, everyone. I have been given a new deal at the club. Additionally, my coaching badges for my Continental C, I believe, are going to be done in the next month, which is something else to look forward to. But yeah, you can see here, we've signed a new contract. It's a 2-year deal. So they're giving me a few more years to get us back to the promised land. And, well, look, let's be positive here. We've won the FA Trophy. It's a big achievement. Sam Barrett, 7.93 average rating in the competition. That's pretty blooming good. I'll give it to him. That is very, very blooming good. And, well, under normal circumstances, I'd be delighted about this money coming in. But obviously, given the current financial predicament we find ourselves in, it is a little insignificant in the kind of wider picture. Anyway, I'm going to go forward. I don't know when the end of season kind of award ceremony reward, you know, the thing. The new end of season slideshow, I don't know where it is or when it is. I'm going to jump forward to when that returns. I will join you guys in a second. Let's reflect on the positives of this season. Let's look forward to next season. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so it turns out I was just one continue away from this screen. I wish I'd known that for future reference. Does anyone know? Is there a rule for when this appears? I don't really know. I've not figured it out yet. But here we are. End of season review, Boston United 2022-23, the end of season number 3. A weird ending, I think it would be fair to say. An ending that hasn't really gone as I would have liked. You can see here the new arrivals that we signed. The board are very disappointed with the decision to sign Jamie Kearns. The transfer fee doesn't represent good value for the club. I'm going to be honest, we've signed him for £18,000. He's now worth $20,000. I just disagree, Mr. and Mrs. Board. His average rating of 7.0 is not bad either for someone who's just turned 18 in January. That feels like a harsh analysis on Jamie, to be fair. You may have seen elsewhere in terms of transfers in, in terms of transfers in, Sam Barrett had a very good year. So did Reece Bennett when we did play him in a handful of games. Fossey as well did well. To be honest, when you look through it, a lot of the new signings we made did have a good impact, and a lot of them played a big chunk of football this year. Obviously, I think a big miss for us in this tail end of the season was Zach Dronfield. That feels like a weird thing to say, but genuinely, he's been such an important part of the way that we play. He's our captain, he's our leader, he's a good little player. And for him just to not be around for the entirety of the end of the season, I think did hurt us on the pitch, just lacking a little bit of, more influence. Of course, in terms of sales, there's some of these that are slightly bigger than the others. Obviously, Sam York going to Southampton for £11 million. I still can't get over that. And James Evans as well, going to Derby County for $950k is absolutely mad. Apparently the board are content with the decision to sell Mallow. What do you think about the York one? I mean, you did that deal, board, so you should be happy with it. Right, the results. This is where I think I'm going to feel a little bit disappointed. We start the season really, really well. Our pre-season billing was, to be a team challenging up there at the top for promotion. Our top goal scorer was Liddell with 22 goals. And we did fulfill, I suppose, the board expectation of making the playoffs. But after a really good start to the season, there were just phases where we struggled. I mean, look at that run there. And then even at the end of the season, yes, it didn't result in us falling down the league a great deal, but we just had this rotten run of form at the end that we couldn't really get over, and that ultimately I think kind of didn't really allow us to go into the playoffs with confidence high and, play the way that we want to play. Apparently the biggest win was against Stockport, a 5-1 win. We did also draw against them in the reverse fixture, so that was good. You can see a match to remember was the win against Newport County in the FA Cup. Kind of surprised it wasn't the FA Cup win against Wigan, but fair enough. They were both pretty emphatic wins against teams a couple of leagues above us. And goal of the season was Salisbury, who, that was his first ever senior goal. So well done, Salisbury. I'm very proud of him. He's been good this year since he joined us. The long-term Sam York replacement, although I do think he's a few years off being fully ready to play in the first team. You can see here, club reputation has not changed. We are making a little bit more money across the board, which is quite nice. Of course, the likes of broadcast revenue, corporate and hospitality and competition prize money is going to be a little bit higher just off the back of the FA Trophy win and also the FA Cup run. You can see here the shirt sales. I'm surprised that Devante Cole is selling as many shirts as he is, but who am I to judge? Liddell, Camwa, Burrow and Prado also featuring in the most kind of, most bought shirts over the course of the year. In terms of our team, this is apparently how we lined up, and we rotated a fair amount this season, but the key players played a major role in how the season turned out. I mean, you can see here, right, this is probably what right now I would consider our best 11. And on the whole, we did pretty well. We look pretty good. You can see here, goal scoring wise, 28 for Burrow, 27 for Liddell. A lot of assists coming from our team as well, but Burrow getting 13. Of course, Sam Barrett on a lot of set pieces for us, always going to benefit from that. Camwa and Duxbury also a little bit under the radar, perhaps how many assists they got over the course of the year. And from a goal scoring perspective, whilst Quantza and Simon did get goals this year, and they did get a fair few, wasn't quite up to the standards of last year, although that was probably going to be impossible to match. Anyway, you can see the accolades here. And what did we win? I won Vanarama National League North Manager of the Year for the 2020. That was last season. And I won Manager of the Month for this year. I mean, I'll take it, right? We'll take the how have I won that? I'm confused. How have I won that Manager of the Month award or Manager of the Year award? I guess it was announced after last year's ceremony. So I've had to wait 12 months. And they've gone, here's your Manager of the Year for last year. Gonna give me the trophy in the summer, lads. I'm going to be honest. Anyway, club awards. Fans Player of the Season is Simon. Bad news about Simon, everyone. He's requested to leave the club because I've not been playing him as a no-nonsense striker. Trying to talk him down, but he's been pretty hostile to me. Reece Bennett was signing of the season. Salisbury got that goal of the season award. And in terms of record breakers, I mean, was there any Dermot Mee? 23 clean sheets in the season is very, very good. Sam York, highest transfer fee received. Simon, 13 yellow cards. That is pretty mad, isn't it? Anyway, you can see the hard work paid off on the pitch and the feat didn't go unrewarded. The FA Trophy, a good little win. We won something this year, everyone. It wasn't really the prize that I wanted. It wasn't that back-to-back promotion back to the Football League that I dreamed of, but we have to enjoy it, right, for what it is. And of course, we've got a very busy summer ahead of us now. You can see here the overall best 11. Liddell and Burrow up front. Hawkridge still holds down a spot out on the right wing. Of course, he was so instrumental last year. Hasn't played this year. He's just not very good, everyone. I mean it in the most polite way, but at 33 years old, he's just a bit behind the curve of kind of how our team's improved and how the squad's improved that I just can't justify playing him. But besides that, I think the rest of the team is pretty much, a squad that played games this year, which is a little bit bizarre. And, we've seen the season review. I don't need to see it again. You can see here some of the general statistics for the whole season. If we look at club vision and expectations for next season, they want the playoffs again. We are, of course, going to have the training and youth facilities completed going forward, which is very, very good. And, much like last year, they want me to play attacking direct football that is also counter-attacking and entertaining. They all feel like they kind of contrast one another. I can't play counter-attacking football and play attacking football. You know what? I'll try. I'll try for you, David. After our phone call just a couple of days ago, I feel like I owe you that much. In terms of squad dynamics, still no leaders. We need leaders out here. Let's do an election or something. It's not great. It's definitely an aspect to the team that I've been looking to improve for a few years. Of course, Dromfield came in, has some good leadership, but he's just not, old enough, not influential enough, I suppose. Hasn't got a reputation to lean back on. So that is an area to look at with all the money that we're going to have. In terms of end of season awards, I want us to get promoted next year as champions. Apparently I'm being too aggressive. I'm too ambitious. Right, playoffs, everyone loves that. Right, that's exactly what I wanted. We'll make promises next season. Thanks, everyone. Enjoy your summer. I feel like a school teacher, letting the kids out for the summer holidays. Anyway, we have our team report here. We're going to break this down ourselves in a second. Interesting. They are listing Cooper, the young Irish guy who you might remember we picked up a couple of years ago. He was only going to join us more recently. They've listed him in the best 11, alongside Mamma Mia's in here as well. Mamma Mia, the guy who played one game this season, apparently in the best 11. I'm going to be honest, respectfully disagree with what's on show here. This is just wrong. Anyway, squad end of season break. They'll be back in June. Enjoy your break, everyone. We've got a few players signing new contracts. I was alerted to the fact that Dermot Mee and Cassidy's contracts were expiring at the end of the year. Wanted to get those sorted nice and early, so we've managed to do just that. In terms of National League Manager of the Year, I'm not in it. I'm a bit upset, to be honest. I thought we had a really good year. I thought we'd at least get third. But here we are. No trophy this year for me. Well, it's a bit sad, really, isn't it? Let's talk about things, shall we? It's the end of the season, and it's going to be a bit of a weird off-season. We've got a stupid amount of money. I could look to splurge all this money at once to try and get us back into the Football League, but it would be completely unnecessary. We don't need this much money to get up, I don't think. I think this season's going to be about making some really smart transfers and just investing the money elsewhere off the pitch. You can see here, we're in the process of buying a stadium. We're going to be going professional in June, which is very, very exciting. We're improving the youth facilities, we're improving the training facilities. The whole youth level is about to jump up. So there's all this progress being made off the pitch. It would have been really nice to get some momentum going, the back-to-back promotions, and then have all this stuff coming in. Instead, it's going to come in and hopefully be the differential between being a playoff finalist loser this year and really an automatic promotion team next year. I feel like that's my personal target. Whilst the game might say go for the playoffs, I want to win it all, everyone. Our media prediction was 8th at the start of the year. Let's not forget that. To finish third was not bad, but when you look at kind of the on-balance situation of the overall quality of our squad, we should have been finishing maybe a little bit stronger. But it's going to be an interesting summer of recruitment because I feel like there's definitely areas of the team that we can look to improve. In truth, I feel like it's about adding a little bit of quality everywhere. Assuming that Simon is going to force a move away from the team and that I'm going to need to mix things up a little bit. In terms of the team for next year, this kind of starting 11 that I now have, this is a team that could be here next year if I just wanted to improve the positions that I think need to be improved. You might have noticed I've removed Simon off the basis that, as I mentioned before, he's crying and he's trying to force a move and teams are interested. All because I apparently at some point promised to play him as a no-nonsense centre-back and I didn't, which I can only apologise for, Simon. Admin error, honestly. But if he's going to go, which I think he would, and to be fair, he is a weaker defender, he is, a player that we'll need to replace. I feel like Prado at right back's been just a little bit lacking in terms of quality. You compare his numbers to Duxbury's numbers in terms of going forward as a left wing back. Duxbury this year really surprised me, actually. Last year we were sat here saying he needs to be replaced in the summer. This year I'm kind of sat here thinking, wow, he performed really well in a higher league than he'd played in the previous couple of years, and he looked beyond solid. And we've kind of, all of that in mind, I feel like he deserves another shot this year. Of course, all of this comes with the caveat of, we've got £6 million to spend. If a superstar striker were to appear, or an incredibly high-quality left-back was to appear, I'm going to spend the money on them. I want to get us out of this league. And honestly, as I've said, we don't need to spend millions of pounds to get out of this division. Our budgets now, because of the Sam York sale, just dwarf anyone else in this division. Like, we can add some real quality without needing to, spend all the budget. I want to, hold on to the money. It doesn't need to burn a hole in our pocket. I want to spend the minimum amount to get out of this league, if that makes sense. There's no point in going overboard. And, I don't know, when you look at the team as a whole, it's a good team. We couldn't have got closer to promotion this year. I think that's kind of the most important thing to reiterate is, look, we got really, really close. And unlike a lot of teams who bring in these big loan signings from higher division teams and lose them every summer, we've not got to worry about filling in gaps that loanees previously filled. It's more so just about strengthening the team in every little area. But when I look across the division, when I look across the teams who are joining us in the National League, I do feel like we are a team that should be fine. I think we should be targeting promotion next year, at the very least through the playoffs. But really, I would love to just run away and win the league super convincingly. Just looking at League 2 and the teams coming down, you can see here Harrogate and Torquay, the two teams coming down. Torquay have been absolutely awful. Harrogate, though, could provide pretty stiff opposition, so we have got to be a little wary of them. Worth noting, Lincoln City, who I applied for, they have now made the playoff final, so they could be returning back to League 1 very, very soon. Just to look across the leagues a little bit more, we did this, of course, the last couple of end-of-season live comms. In League 1, Accrington Stanley, AFC Wimbledon, Bradford and Gillingham all being relegated, but in a very, very competitive season there. Meanwhile, Bristol Rovers, Hull City and then either Shrewsbury or Walsall will be joining them in the Championship. When it comes to the Championship itself, Fulham and Notts Forest promoted. Big stuff for them. Our affiliates Peterborough doing really, really well. On the other side of things, 3 teams just struggled way more than anyone else. Sheffield's Wednesday, Ipswich Town, Millwall, all failing to break the 40-point barrier. Didn't really look good at the end of the day. And meanwhile, in the Premier League, which I imagine will have a few games left to play, Liverpool won the league last year. They are not going to win it this year. Man City are already champions with a game left. Norwich City, who we've stolen a load of their players from, currently up in 6th, although there is still a chance they could finish below both Arsenal and potentially even Everton outside of the Europa League spots. In fact, no, I lie. They can only finish behind Arsenal because Arsenal have got the game in hand. At the lower end of things, Sheffield United, West Ham, and then look, I'm going to be honest, there's still a lot to go process here now I look at it. This is not decided, but one of these teams towards the bottom will be going down. Sheffield United have a few games in hand they need to win. Leeds have a game in hand as well. Bit of a weird way the game is ending the season with teams just not having played the same number of matches. A few teams with a hell of a lot of fixtures to try and crunch in to end the season. But either way, that's kind of how the landscape across England's looking. I'm going to be honest, I'm obviously undeniably disappointed, but I feel like this is going to be a really, really exciting season. This is a chance for me to build a really good team that should hopefully be capable of getting promoted to the Football League and then challenging in League 2. I feel like the overall quality jump between the Vanarama National League and League 2 isn't that huge. And of course, in League 2, 4 teams are promoted to League 1. So it is definitely the easiest league to kind of get back-to-back promotions out of. And I think ultimately, with our money, with the squad that we've got right now, and with kind of the predicament we find ourselves in, that should very much be the aim. But anyway, folks, that's going to wrap up everything from me today. I hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Just on one final note, drink in this skin for the final time, because starting next season, we are going to be using a custom skin. It's going to be TCS. I know a lot of you guys use it. I hope you're ready to check it out. And well, until then, thank you for watching. Say goodbye to purple. It will not exist for much longer. And until next time, it is me, Jack, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.